I am home, sweet home, back to London. Guys, I want to show you the exact reason why I wanted to get this place. Because this has opened up as well. Here's my view. This is the workspace. And that guy right there, he doesn't do anything. I mean, he's just lazy. Look at this guy. Hey, what's up guys? This is Pete Scott here, and in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how you can sell anything to anybody. Before you think, oh, this is going to be all about sales. Well, yes it is, but it is useful for, of course, being in a sales job and for life. Why? Well, let me get straight into this video. Oh, by the way, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button yet, then what are you waiting for? I've got plenty of videos like this on this channel sharing value, how you get confidence, how you can build a business, and how you can basically create the epic life that you deserve. But this particular video is going to be super useful because whatever you want to do in life, you have to sell. And the first and most important person you have to sell to is not anybody out there, it is yourself. It's selling to yourself that the day is worth getting up for. It's selling to yourself that you shouldn't sleep in when you can get up and go and have a productive morning. It's selling to yourself that you are good enough already to go out and make your life a success. So however you're feeling right now, whether you're thriving or you're like crying, okay, I want you to know this, that selling starts with you. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to share some different tips, because if you're already subscribed to my channel, first of all, thank you so much. If you're not, then once again, what are you waiting for? Hit that button right now. You'll see that there's loads of sales training on this YouTube channel. And the reason for it is because as a consultant, as a business trainer, I specialize in sales training. I even have an online sales pro academy. So sales is the thing that I love, but in this particular video, I want to share some different tips to what I've shared in any of my previous videos. If you're here and you're like, oh, you know what, Pete shared a lot of sales stuff already, then you still need to stick around, because I want to make it super simple. And even by the end of this, like however many minutes this is going to be, that you can walk away from this video and you can instantly feel more confident, and you can be more influential and persuasive when it comes to getting a yes from somebody. Now bear this in mind, life is a sale. This is really my first tip here. Life is a sale. Right now, doing this video, I've got to sell to you that this is worth sticking around for just a few minutes of your life in order to take something of value and being able to implement it in your life straight away. The next person that you go and speak to, that is a sale. Let's say you go and introduce yourself to somebody you've never met before. In those initial moments, you're getting to know each other, you're both making assumptions about each other, and it is like a mental checklist. You're checking off in your mind, do I like this person? Can I trust them? Would I do business with them? Am I attracted to them? What type of lifestyle do they like? You make a lot of assumptions very quick, and all of that means that in essence we are deciding if it's a yes or a no even when we meet someone. And the reason why I say that we are always selling is because that's it, right? Like the moment you wake up in the morning, you are selling to yourself, right? You're selling to yourself like, how epic can I make today? Your best friend, when you want to go out and maybe go to the movies, your friend wants to go out and have dinner, then you need to sell the reason why the movies is going to be a massive advantage for them, and maybe there's a movies that does like amazing food or something like that, so they get what they want too. So you see, selling is about communication, it's about interaction and being able to influence and inspire people to a yes in any walk of life. So what I want you to do is like comment below, or like just shout out as loud as you can, like yes, okay, if you want to get more yeses in life, because that's really what selling is getting more yeses in life. I don't think anybody likes to get rejected. I don't think anybody likes to go through life just hitting no after no after no, or maybe, or I need to think about it. The more you can get yeses, the more influential you can become. In actual fact, it's not even about the money, it's about the happiness. It's about knowing that you're able to make an impact in the world. You're able to get your way a little bit more. There's so many things that you can do. So my first tip is to know that you are always selling. From the moment you wake up in the morning until the moment you sleep at night, you are selling. And the first person that you're selling to is yourself. So getting that mentality and get to a point where you're like, actually, I'm only on this planet for like a short time, right? That's the reality of it. It feels long, but it's just what, 80, 100 years? Maybe you'll take some pill and live to 200. But even still, during this time, what sort of life do you want? Do you want one where you're being pushed around, where you're being bullied, where you're being told what to do? Or do you want one where you're able to go out and influence, where you're able to go and make the improvements in the world, or at least in like a certain industry that you want to work with? You get the idea. But know this, you're either selling a product or solution that makes somebody's life better, or you are selling your excuses of why you cannot sell. So get in that zone, make a decision right now. Stick around here on this YouTube channel with me if you need that reassurance, that validation, that confidence. I'm here to help you out. But one day, and don't make it too many days away, one day soon, you have to make that decision, because only you can sell to you that you are good enough. And then from there, it really is about getting super goal focused. I'm gonna share this with you. I struggled so much with selling right at the beginning, and I was personal training like years ago, and I managed to get all these consultations with potential clients, but the clients would never, ever, ever say yes to me. So I'm like, why am I seeing like 8, 9 people in a day sometimes, and I couldn't then get them to buy my personal training programs and packages? And the reason for it is because what I was trying to do was sell personal training, and I would talk to them about the benefits and how the personal training would look like, how much it would cost, and by the end of it they'll be like, okay, sure, I'll let you know. And then I don't remember the exact moment that this happened, but I made a switch in my mind. I made a decision, a strong decision. But what predominantly happened was that I became like hyper, like intensely goal focused. So I almost forgot all about the personal training. I forgot all about of what I was going to do for them during that personal training, and the price like just became irrelevant. And I would sit down and I'd just be like, tell me your ultimate goal. Like, what is it that you want to achieve? What do you want to change with your body? What do you want to change with your life? And it was like just zoning in, like laser focus on their goal. And by doing that, everything changed. It changed for me, it changed for the decisions I got, and then ultimately it changed for my clients, because instead of them getting caught up thinking, oh, this personal training is going to be expensive, or okay, Pete trains this way, that sounds good, and making a logical decision, they're buying their goal. So if you want to sell anything to anyone, when somebody is buying something, they're buying it to solve a problem, or they're buying it to achieve a certain goal. So rather than trying to sell like a product, an actual thing, remember this, the thing doesn't sell the thing. So the way to sell anything to anybody is by homing in and being super goal focused. Like the next time you speak to somebody, or you have a client or a customer, if you're in sales already, don't even worry about your product. Like forget your product even exists. Your customer has come to you for a reason, and that reason is their goal. So just keep coming back to the goal, coming back to the goal. Focus on the goal. And you might sit there and be like, you know what, Pete, I'm already doing this, yeah? But I need you to 10x it. I need you to turn it around and say, I'm gonna focus on the goal more than I've ever focused before. Like make the goal everything with your client, because remember this, your client doesn't buy your product. They buy their goal. They buy the fact that yes, I can achieve X, Y, or Z. So that is so key and so crucial. And like I say, for me, that was one of the key changes in my career. My next tip though is really about showing genuine interest. I'll never forget when I was sitting down with a friend years ago, and again at a time where I was struggling in my role to sell, and my friend was also struggling as well. So we were chatting away, and as we were talking, she started talking about the fact that the reason why she wanted to do well was because she wanted that success. She wanted to feel that she was an authority. She wanted to feel that she was important. And in that moment, that was another one of these aha moments. And I'm like, wow. And she looked at me and said, well, how do you feel? And I said, well, it's not really about that, because those things are automatic. Like if I'm helping people, if I'm making a difference in their life, then I automatically get authority. I automatically feel that I'm leveling up in my life. But my focus is the care of the person in front of me. So what I did after that conversation is the next conversations I went into, I just focused in on a whole different level, and my principle became the care. The care of the person in front of me, like having that genuine interest, asking questions. Because if you've seen some of my videos before, you'll hear that I always say, don't sell with answers, you sell with questions. And so in the better the questions that you ask, the better quality answers you get from your clients. But I want to move even that to the side right now and just say, just care like you've never cared before for your client. Yes, care to a point where you can let them walk away, that's okay. But care to a point where you, like, it will, like for me, like I'm not going to sleep properly if I know that I could have got a yes from somebody and I didn't influence them because I didn't have the skill or I didn't have the level of care in that moment. So no matter how tired you are, no matter what you're going through, when you're in front of that customer, have that level of care, make it about them, be curious about them. And when you care, you're not going to talk about just talk about yourself or talk about your product. You're going to flip the switch and you're going to be talking about them. So for you, how is this impacting you right now? Think about that, yeah? If you increase your level of care. And then once you've done that, it brings it into the next step, which is really about knowing that people don't buy what they need, they don't even buy what they want. They buy what they prioritize. You buy what you prioritize. So when I'm delivering sales training, I take people through these 3 steps. I'm just going to share the first one, because this is the really important one, and it is to just sometimes you can ask outright. You can be like, okay, so you've told me your goal. Tell me what is the number one, what's the most important thing about that goal, and let that person tell you the most important thing. Or if you just sit down with someone and say to them, look, whatever you decide to do, what's your priority from this, and where do you want to go? How will this product help you to get there? And let them do the work. Remember, if you're selling and you're doing all the work and your customer's sitting there passively, there's already an issue. There's already a power transfer that's gone on, and it means that you've given your power to your customer. So what you want to be able to do is keep that power and ensure that your customer is showing up and they are also doing the work too. So bring it back to not just the goal, but their priority. Because if you're selling, say, like at a higher price, I do a lot of work with people to help them sell high ticket items, yeah, so thousands of pounds, if not 6 figures. And I always say that it doesn't matter how great your product is, yeah, it doesn't matter how great your service or product is. If you're not able to take the priority from like number 5 or number 6 or number 3 to number 1 in that person's life, they're still not going to buy it. So that's why you've had people who you've known they've been the perfect client or customer for your product, but they've still walked away and they still didn't buy. And that's not because you're not great. It's not because it wasn't the right product for them. It's because in that time, what didn't happen is it didn't move to their top priority. Think about this, right? It doesn't matter about the money, does it? If something is a priority, you will find the money. And sales is exactly that. It's never, ever about cost. It's more about priorities. And at the end of the day, this is the one other thing I wanted to say, is that somebody has to buy, right? So when it comes to selling, if you don't have that enthusiasm, you don't have that positivity, then what's going to happen is that instead of your client buying your product or service, you are going to buy their reasons of why they're saying no, or why they're saying I need to think about it. You see, when I hear I need to think about it, I'm not thinking that, oh, they really need to think about it. I'm thinking, am I going to buy that? Am I going to buy that this person really needs to think about it? Now, in another video, I share in how we want to get our customers to think about it before that happens. So one of the reasons why people need to think about it is because you didn't get them to think about it in the first place. But overall though, is somebody has to buy. And either they're going to buy your solution that's going to make their life better or their business better, depending on what you're selling, or you are going to buy their reason of why they're saying no. So I want to share these tips with you. Of course, when it comes to selling anything to anybody, there's so much more. It does come down to confidence. It does definitely come down to practice. You need to go out there and practice these things, but predominantly it comes down to these things that I've shared with you today. Even by having that energy, by having that focus, that level of care, you're already going to see a transformational shift in how people buy from you. So what we need to do now is take this advice, think about how you can implement it into your life, not next week, not even tomorrow, but from today. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next video.